All right, what is up, everybody? We continue Severance. Since we are in like the halfway point of the show, I did this in like my season one reaction, where I pretty much recap what my thoughts and my own opinions on like the first half was, and I'm just gonna do it again. Yeah, first half of Severance season two so far, really enjoyed it. It's been a blast. Every time I watch a new episode, something new pops up and it just changes everything once again. I was like, oh shit. I gotta rethink about my strategy here in how like the show is gonna go and like the story and whatnot. But it's been a blast. The story has been fantastic. The characters, the cast has never been more stronger in my opinion. Like I don't feel any dip in quality in terms of like the story and especially the production. My God, the cinematography in this show is just phenomenal. Yeah, I wanted to share this little recap slash notepad stuff that I wrote before I started recording this. So yeah, a couple of things to talk about in regards to Severance season 2 thus far. One of the big things, Helly was never with us this season. That was like the thing that surprised me the most. After we were done with episode 4 and then we venture into episode 5, because Helly shows up and she does not even recognize Miss Wong, and that was like the first time where I went, wait a minute, huh? You recognize you should know her. What is going on here? And then, of course, like, obviously she was never here to begin with, which is kind of crazy to me because now I'm like, like thinking about it. Helena was acting like Helly, and the actress who plays Helly, Britt Lauer, who won like her Emmy, I believe. Fantastically done. She has to play a character playing another character. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta think about it from that perspective. The Tropic Thunder Robert Downey Jr. Quote where he says, "I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude," comes to mind. Also, very funny considering that is also like a Ben Stiller like a directed and produced film. So, but yeah, we've been following Helena this entire time, and that again, like, that's just crazy to me. But it's also like, that's just evil. That's just evil from Helena's part, especially considering like what Helly has been, doing with Mark. And we'll talk about Mark later down the line here, but, like all of the lovey-dovey stuff with Mark, all of the, trust me and whatever with Mark. Ah, man, it's a lot. But it also goes to show like how much I was, the fact that I was fooled by it, because Irving notices that something is wrong with Helly when he was talking about like, Helly's fake story, right? And that was like where the suspicion started for Irving. That ultimately paid off for him, although at the cost of his own life at the end of like episode 4. But I don't know, man. Like like I was fooled because I thought Irving was suspicious of Helly, mostly because the story sounds fake, right? And so, like the line of thinking is like, Helly, you're faking your story. I didn't think further into like the thought of like, Helly, you're not just faking your story, but the fact that you are faking your story means that you are also not Helly at the same time. Like, that is like layers upon layers of deceit, right? But also like layers upon layers of like investigation from Irving's part, because he clocked that in. Like, something's wrong with Helly. This is also not Helly at the same time. So, maybe it kind of goes to show like how much Irving understands Helly more as a character than maybe Mark himself, because like we can make like the argument. In fact, no, we don't need an argument. It's almost like agreed upon here that out of all the characters, the one who is the closest to Helly is Mark, right? He is the closest to Helly. He should know more about Helly. The fact that he does not know that Helly was acting strange. Well, not that he does not know that Helly was acting strange, but more so that he didn't fully question it. Maybe goes to show how Mark may potentially is just fooling himself, or he does not want to see the bigger picture, or like that whole self-doubt, but also not just self-doubt, but also the blissful ignorance, right? Again, like we'll talk about Mark later, but man, Helena, uh first half of this season, phenomenal, excellent character development, if I do say so myself, and I cannot wait to finally be reunited with Helly for the second half of the season. But this is also like making me second guess. You know what I mean? Like like how can I trust you at this point? Because now that I know that you can just be Helena, now I'm like wondering like who am I talking to at this point? So uh this is going to cause a lot of issues and a lot of problems in the future. So yeah. And then we have Cobell. Probably the scene that sticks out to me the most in regards to Cobell is the scene where she was confronting Helena. She was looking at her face to face, demands to speak with the board and whatever, to which Helena goes, "Okay, you want to speak with the board? I will let you speak with the board. Come with me. Let's go meet the board right now. You want to talk to the manager? I'm going to let you meet the manager." And then as she was given this opportunity, right? The thing that she has been wanting for this entire time, she stops. Cobell stops, does not say a word, returns to her car, and then drives away. And then that's it. We have not seen Cobell since, as far as I remember. Like, that's it. She's gone, right? Cobell has always been this, like, Cobell this season, and I guess especially by the end of like the first season, her development has been really, really strong, and I've been really enjoying like trying to figure out like where she's gonna stand in the midst of things, because obviously Cobell has some form of vendetta, or I guess some form of animosity towards Lumen, the company, and also Helena, right? That is out of the question, right? That is just exactly what she is feeling right now. But also, she has this deep desire to still be in the company, because of her own, like, I guess, connection, or her own uh 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 uh, feelings towards, I guess, Cold Harbor. And I guess we'll talk about like Cold Harbor once we get to like Gemma in this segment as well. So again, like it's this like, well, what are you gonna do, Cobell? I wrote here like, are you gonna help our protagonist, or are you just gonna do your own thing? Like, is she gonna be like the third party of the whole thing? Because usually in like in stories and whatever, like you have like your protagonist, you have your antagonist, and they're all like fighting against each other. But then you introduce like a third secret thing, like the secret third party that kind of brings all of this into chaos, because now you don't know what this third party is gonna do. Like, are they gonna help the antagonist? Are they gonna help the protagonist? Are they gonna be like someone who helps them both at the same time to, for her own gain? Like, what is her goal? That's like the thing that I'm curious right now. Like, what is Cobell's goal? Like, what is her angle at this point? Like, what are you gonna do? Um, and again, like as I wrote this, Like I need more Cobell info and backstory. That is all I need. Like we got glimpses, we got like ideas of like Cobell's backstory with like the school and whatever, like the thing that she carries around. Like there's like little bits and details that points towards like Cobell's past. Charlotte is a name that pops up. Like what is that? Her, like her mother probably, like what, and again, like what is her connection with Lumen as a company, and I guess more specifically like the Egans themselves, like what is her connection to all of them, like why does she want to stay in this company, in specifically in this position in the severed floor, like what is it, you know it's something that we're still figuring that out, and I don't mind. Maybe it's something that will happen in like the third season that is currently in production and whatever. um but man, I just really want more Cobell. I need more Cobell stuff. I also need Cobell to talk with Mark again, with this current situation, because Cobell kind of has a soft spot with Mark, like being neighbors and whatever. Like that is not a coincidence, right? It's not a coincidence that the head, or not the head, but yeah, like the supervisor of like the severed floor, her position essentially, right? Like out of all of the workers there, out of all of the people that worked on that floor, because it's not just MDR, we also get like optics and design. There's also like the stuff with the goats and whatever. Like out of all of the employees that is in that floor working right now, you chose to be right next to Mark, who just so happens to lost his wife, who is technically not lost because his wife is in this a deeper level of the severed floor. Again, we'll get to Gemma later, but you got to think about that. Like why? The question is why? Why are you doing this? And I just need more backstory. You know, Milchick, on the other hand, is filling in Cobell's position, and he has been doing this phenomenally in terms of like story. Story wise, narratively speaking, thematically speaking, this has been done phenomenally. His performance, on the other hand, according to like the board and the company itself, well, that's another like stuff. That's another can of worms, because Milchick in this season has been, oh my god, he is experiencing like levels of racism and virtue signaling from Lumen, the likes of which he has never seen before. It's like, again, like I think I talked about it during like my episode discussion during, I forgot which episode it was. I think it was like the second or the third episode. But the episode where they pretty much handed Milchick like the Egan painting, and it's like, it's black. We have a black character because we care about you. And it's like, like Milchick's reaction says it all, because he's like surprised, but it's also like, the fuck am I looking at? You know what I mean? Like, this black dude has blue eyes. Not that it could not happen, but like, genetically speaking, it's like you still gotta put that like that. Whew. Oh man, but it's great. The fact that they are doing this to Milchick is incredible. Like, I cannot wait to see what they do with Milchick as a character, because he has the most potential here. Because out of all of the characters that I have seen thus far, like Helly, Mark, Dylan, Irving, even Cobell, a lot of their character progression and plot development has been established in the first season. And in the second season, all of that stuff has just been further developments. Milchick, on the other hand, I feel like in the first season was not I don't want to say fully developed, but more so he was never uh a character that was given this levels of focus before, right? He has always been like the second in command type of character. He's like the like the secondary antagonist. He's the guy who the main antagonist is ordering him to do. He's like the goons, right? I say goons and I'm like thinking of like something else. The internet has ruined the word goon. I apologize. But like he is like that like the underlings, right? But now he has given this higher position, and now he is experiencing kind of like the same thing. Well, not really the same thing, even worse than Cobell in my opinion, because now he is getting like racism. You know what I mean? Um and it's so fascinating to see how his mind works in this second season, because he presents himself as this very terrifying force to our protagonist, but at the same time he's like, I want to be very super friendly to you guys. We're changing like Lumen's like policies and whatever. Like, you guys, like we're gonna make sure that you live the best life possible here. Like his angle of attack is so different from Cobell, right? And he says this, right? He says this perfectly in like I think like the last episode, in like the fifth episode, right? When the evaluation is being handled, where he explicitly says, I am not Harmony Cobell. And he is not. He's working differently from Cobell, which may not be to the best interest of the company. You know, although to be fair, Cobell was also like kind of doing stuff that is, not to the best interest of the company as well. If you think about it, like that's kind of part of the reason why Cobell got fired to begin with, because she's hiding a lot of stuff from the company's back. Like all of the stuff with Granger and whatever. Like, cover it up. Like let's not talk to the company about this. Whereas Milchick is a lot more open to the company. Like he's telling them, like, hey, my employees are not happy because of this. I need your approvals or permission or whatever so that I can change this shit, so that the employees here actually want to stay here. So he got that angle, of attack, as I mentioned. But it's also very funny considering, like, he is being heavily criticized by Lumen here. Heavily criticized. Uses too many high words or whatever, trying to seem like he's smart or whatever, which is kind of it's not even kind of, it is an insult to him. He genuinely feels insulted that you think me using big words is bad because you think that I am using that to look smart, like. Which is why I'm very curious to see where Milchick is gonna go. Like, do something, Milchick, please. I know deep down you are hating every single moment that is happening to you right now. Do something. Either Milchick is gonna go down the same route as Cobell in terms of like, okay, that's it. I have had enough of all of this. Fuck you, Lumen. I'm gonna help our protagonist somehow, if they even allow me to. If like our team at MDR and whatever is gonna trust Milchick on that matter, which I highly doubt. Or he's gonna triple down on the bootlicking and go, no, this is my life. I will, I will tolerate all of the stupid racism and whatever that is that is happening right now, if it means that I could stay in this position because he has other ulterior motives, perhaps. I don't know. With Cobell, I am more inclined to believe that she is eventually going to help our main characters in some capacity, even if it is for her own, for her own goals. Like maybe she has her own motives and whatever, but she needs our characters' help, and that's why she's gonna help our characters to achieve, like their goal or whatever to destroy Lumen. I don't know, right? But with Milchick, I don't know, man. I feel like at the end of the day, he's gonna be more like a tragic character who's he is actually he might actually be like that guy who knows the system is broken, but he's going to uh he is going to stay in the system and actually fan the flames even more. Like 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 he is that type of evil. You know what I mean? Or maybe not, who knows, right? It's still up in the air at this point because it's not fully clear yet, whereas Cobell is a lot more clear in my eyes. Moving on beyond those two, I also wrote about Dylan. Very, very short in this regard. Irving got Irving's message at the end of the last episode. Irving talked about Irving told Dylan to hang in there in episode 4. The episode before he dies, before his innie dies, and that is why Irving got the message because hang in there. It's 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 in the poster. But Dylan himself, I got not much to say other than I love his character still. The whole thing with his family and whatever, that's very touching. But I don't have much to say. I've already talked extensively about Dylan in like my other episode discussions. Nothing more to add in this current segment for now. Speaking of Irving, any Irving is dead. Audi Irving knows more about Lumen. That much is true. We just don't know to what extent, and we just don't know like what his angle is as well. Like that's like the thing with Severance, right? Like we know characters know, but we don't know why they're doing stuff. I don't know what Audi Irving is up to here. Um, well, I mean, obviously he's against Lumen. Maybe that much is true, but more so like I'm asking like the personal objective for Irving himself, especially tied with the fact that he knows about like the like the elevator and the corridor that leads to whatever place Gemma is currently being held. But also he met Audi Bird as well. Let's see how this plays out because Audi Bird basically asked Irving to go on a dinner, if I remember correctly. Like, let's have dinner with my boyfriend, with my partner, and whatever. We'll see how that plays out. Mark S. Mark, I've been recording for like 20 minutes. This is gonna be like one of the longest intros for an episode reaction that I've recorded thus far, but kind of need to say some stuff, before we continue with the second half of the show. But Mark S. The show is making Mark. How do I describe this? I mean, I already described it in my notepad. It's pretty much what I wrote. Like Mark is having an identity crisis in this season, right? Because now that we are now that we are doing like reintegration and whatever, uh, with Mark. Now that we are doing reintegration with Mark, it's like, okay, who are you? Right? It's the first thing that the show asks, right? Who are you? Who are you, Mark? Are you Mark Scout? Are you Mark S? Are you innie Mark, outie Mark? Are you all of them combined? Like, who are you, Mark? I asked this because of the romantic developments between Mark and Helly. Specifically because, he had sex with Helena, not Helly. He had sex with Helena. He has not talked about it with Helly. You gotta talk about it eventually, man. You have to. But it's also like he's doing this with the knowledge that his real wife is his real wife is alive. But as I also wrote, she's technically not your wife at the same time because she's your Audie's wife. So there's this level of detachment when he engages the sexual activity. It's like, like this is why I wrote here. Maybe he will choose Helly over Gemma at the end. I've talked about this when they showed the opening credits, like the opening animation of the show, and also like where I think the show is heading, right? The show is heading to the point where Mark has to make a choice between saving Gemma or saving Helly. Who is he going to pick? Because I feel like he cannot choose both. He can only choose one, right? He can only choose one in this regard. I'm leaning more towards Helly, even though Gemma is his wife. I'm leaning more towards his love for Helly is more stronger than his love for Gemma. Which also brings me to Gemma in this notepad notes. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I asked about like what Cold Harbor is anyways. This is a theory that I am currently concocting. Cold Harbor could possibly be specifically tied with Mark and Gemma, like just those two characters. It may not be something that is like on a wider scale. Cold Harbor could actually just be an experiment between Mark and Gemma as people. And as I kind of wrote here, it could actually have something to do with one's own subconscious transcending severance. This has been a topic that we kind of discuss and talk about since like the first season. It's almost like a top. It's probably like the main topic of Severance if we think about it, because it's all about like, well, who are you, right? And if we kind of detach yourself with yourself, like if we like split your personality, if we split who you are, will one personality transcend over to the other and vice versa? Like how much are you going, because we do see this happening, especially with Mark molding like the tree in the room with Gemma, right? That is something that is transcending Severance. He doesn't know about it, like why would he mold a random tree all of a sudden? Like, no, that is something that is like seeping through, but he does not know it just yet. Because this also, again, like this also applies to a lot of, in fact, all of the other characters that we have met, like Bert and Irving's relationship. Also in regards to like Dylan and his wife, Helly and Helena on a personal level, like who are you even? Many things to talk about, many things to make connections of in this regard. But yeah, the last episode we end with Audie Mark seeing visions of the seventh floor and Miss Casey, and that is where we left off. And that is pretty much it. So we begin the next episode of Severance.
Everything was like so
okay.
white.
Okay.
What are they doing to her?
Yeah, this is like
all I know is she's essential.
Essential why? Like this must be so painful for Audie Mark, to
Gemma, is still in there.
Seeing, like your presumably dead wife is like a nightmare for him essentially, right? It's a lot to take in, you know?
Bargaining. You know what that is? Well, it's one of the stages.
One of the stages of depression. Stages of grief, not depression.
It was a sketch of a black hallway with a black elevator that only goes down.
Oh, he's telling them.
So there's a floor beneath us.
That must be
Love the shot.
There were directions on the back.
Well, let's see it.
Yeah, fuck you. You don't know everything. Then tell us.
Okay. Well, I still have a hall pass, so I can go to the break room now, and then we can start after lunch.
Maybe.
Maybe. Did everyone sever their balls in the elevator this morning?
Starving.
Now Eni Mark is experiencing it.
You okay?
Transitioning between Helly and Helena there. Dylan saying to Helly that, hey, you don't know everything, you know, like, I mean, he's not wrong. Now knowing the fact that Helly was never here to begin with, like, yeah, she does not know everything. And that's why she's a lot more nonchalant about it, or, you know, she's a lot more forward about it. Whereas Dylan and everybody else is obviously on edge.
I had my performance review yesterday.
How did it go?
Terribly.
Many valid concerns were raised, which I look forward to addressing. I feel I should remind you, you cannot graduate from this fellowship until I have deemed you wintertide material.
What? Fellowship? Wintertide?
Divide us.
And also,
It's so that we won't work together because they know what will happen if we do. I'm gonna go get that map.
how many we shared vessels?
What's that?
Shared vessels? That's the first time that I've heard it.
Had sex.
Okay. Okay. He's telling her.
In your tent.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, your first time with Mark has been taken away. Oh, look at this shot. Wow.
First date.
Ooh.
Let me guess. Scuba.
Thai food.
Nice.
Though you did take scuba lessons last year.
Yeah? Which sea?
It was in a pool.
Which sea was it? Oh, meanwhile. Oh. These isolating shots, contrasting this after Dylan hugging his wife. Love and human connections. Mark, we're gonna have sex right now.
Oh, hey, I was coming to find you.
Same.
I am so sorry. I can't even imagine what it must be like.
You thought it was me,
100%.
which means you wanted to. With me.
Yeah.
What sucks is that she got to have that and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want me to, like, describe what happened? Like, I feel like you have every right.
No, I don't want her memory.
Okay.
I don't want her
I want
memory.
my own.
There we go. There we go.
Do you like that?
Mark?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Mark, you have a wife! Even though it's technically not your wife, but it is your wife. Well, it's a good thing that Miltic is taking a break right now. Oh, she's smiling.
Ta-da. A tent.
Okay. Ta-da.
I'm nervous.
Me too. You too. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay then. The review for this day is gonna be really bad for MDR because, like, Dylan's out there kissing his wife, not really, you know, working. Mark and Helly also just like there's no progress whatsoever for MDR.
You must eradicate from your essence childish folly. You must eradicate from yourself childish folly.
What the fuck? This shot is insane, by the way. Dude, this shot is
You
insane.
must abandon childish things. Grow up. Grow. Grow.
What the fuck?
Grow. Grow.
One of the most haunting scenes. And it's Milchick talking to himself in front of a mirror. Whoa, oh, Mark. Okay, that was kind of smooth.
Oh no, you're bleeding.
Oh, you are.
Did you punch him?
I mean, not today. We were refining something.
refining our chemistry.
Any auras or hallucinations?
Mark, be smart about this.
No. I think it stopped. I feel better.
Good.
I'm at Lumen.
Are you at Lumen or in your basement with me?
I don't know.
Do you remember a hallway? A black
I
hallway.
remember, shit.
Well, he hasn't seen the black hallway yet.
That's also from reintegration.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go eat.
Mark, he's doing the same shit that Petey did, you know, not completing the process.
Hello. Who the hell are you? It's a joke.
It's a good joke. He plays it so convincingly.
Attila,
Yes, Attila.
you just ask about the glaze.
Attila.
Well, don't. What your innie ever saw in this Philistine is beyond me.
Fields, I presume.
What's mine's yours,
Oh,
and you've brought wine.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was guided to Lumen's store by Jesus.
whoa. Okay.
Jesus Christ? That's the one.
I love that he had to ask which Jesus? Jesus Christ? The Jesus?
So one Sunday at breakfast, Fields asked me point blank, do I think I'm going to heaven?
Yes, one asks at breakfast.
The answer is no.
To which I replied, what am I supposed to do up there for eternity all by myself?
And the pastor says,
As if he'd been listening to our conversation. He said, the church's stance is that innies
As if he's been listening to our conversations? Hmm.
So an innie can go to heaven.
Mosliati Burns.
Huh.
we're not zealots, I swear.
I guess that's one way to view it from a religious point of view.
He's looking for the exit.
No, just so the hope was for Bert's innie to go to heaven.
Yes. With me.
Okay. Well, but now I'm curious, what do you mean by that, Fields? You're a normal person. Now I'm also curious, what did Bert do? Also, that whole thing makes me feel better about my analogy of Bert and Irving in the garden the first season, as if it is like the Garden of Eden and whatever. Like, I feel much more vindicated on that analogy now that we are actually pointing towards the fact that Bert is a Christian.
You didn't tell me how to go. You went back to Lumen, right?
Oh,
Oh, look at the vibes. The vibes are not immaculate in this situation right now.
they canceled it. I didn't see him.
The blank, empty space. She just lied to him. Nice cuts. Everybody's having dinner. Is that Helena? Oh, you sick fuck.
Mark. Scout. Well, it's nice to officially meet you.
Nice to officially meet you. I had sex with you.
It's really great to run into you. I've heard nothing but good things about your work, by the way.
Thank you. I've heard nothing at all about my work. You're the one who invented a revolutionary medical procedure.
Hey, now that was not me. That was my father.
Uh-huh.
You should meet him sometime.
Uh-huh.
You want to take me home to Dad already? Sure, let's do it.
She is crazy.
So, no pressure.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
Like, this angle of attack from her, I'm not just gonna make any Mark fall in love with me, I'm gonna make Audi Mark fall in love with me as well.
And I know you've already been through so much with losing your wife and all. Hannah.
Hannah.
Gemma.
Right, Gemma. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, now she kind of lost us in this, you know, when she misspoke about Gemma here. Yeah.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Helena.
Yeah, you too, Mark.
Stop staring at me.
What is it?
It's like I've seen you before.
Good night.
The sound effect. F you is the word, is the letters that are being highlighted. I wonder if that's intentional. Yeah, from his expression, obviously Mark kind of knows. Or, you know, it's the reintegration finally kicking in more and more.
We used to call each other Hun. Then about 10 years ago, that became Attila.
Shit, man. Irving is in danger.
I remember we're having drinks with your Lumon partner.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe that's enough of that.
No, do talk more.
There's a non-zero chance that the two of you had unprotected sex. And so I felt the right to ask. I've been talking to Pastor Gale about this. I believe that innies deserve to experience love. And I hope it was beautiful.
Hmm.
Sorry for being a dick. Let's do it. Tonight.
All right. In a way, she was just like waiting for him. Like she knows he's gonna come back eventually. I don't know, man. The thought of having something, especially liquid, being injected into your head, into your brain specifically, is kind of grossing me out a bit. Oh God! Oh, they are okay. They're not shying away from that, huh? Because, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't need to, you know, like the brain does not have any like pain receptors or whatever. I could be wrong on that, which is why you can have open brain surgery or whatever, and you're still conscious. Like maybe it's just me, man. But a lot of things I can handle on a visual medium. But okay. So that's it, huh?
How long will it take?
It'll be fast.
Fast? How fast?
We're about to find out. Oh God.
Ignore it. Tell me.
No. Who is it? Who's knocking?
Hey.
Dude, I left you like 5 messages. Are you
Okay,
better?
okay.
Well, I'm still sick.
My goat.
Okay, what are you trying?
Just don't worry about it.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm doing it myself. I'm really not, Devin.
You literally are.
Okay, fine, I am, but I didn't ask for your help.
Fuck you, officially.
And what is that smell?
Oh my God. Who the fuck are you? Mark?
He's fine. He'll be embarrassed tomorrow. You know, he gets fuzzy. Like saying I worked at Lumen 20 years ago, which is, of course, before Severance even existed.
Nah, bro. Feels. He's telling the truth. I know it. We gotta go back to that.
Yeah, but, you know, it's out of the way.
Come on, Irving.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, that facial expression from Bert. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. These 3 old heads, you know, like they're all hiding secrets from me. Fields know more than he like he knows. Fields know about something and he is withholding information. I feel like Bert also knows. Bert is just playing Irving at this point, you know, him telling Bert about like, that Fields, you know, saying that I've worked 20 years ago before Severance and all that, you know, like preposterous. Like, he is in on it too. He was there. He has a partner at Lumen. Who is he? Ah. And then Helena just walking casually and you know towards Mark on the outside world, going like, "Hey, Mark, what's up?" Giving him like the lovey-dovey eyes. But she kind of fumbles the bag because she mispronounces Gemma as Hannah, probably because she's kind of envisioning herself as, you know, with Mark at the same time, and so she mixes up like the G with the H. Like she's thinking about like Helly as well, and so she kind of mixes the two together, and thus Hannah is spouted. This show. Okay. Hold on. Let's talk about like the Burt Irving Fields situation first. What is happening there? What is happening here? This trio, this trifecta of really old gay dudes. What is happening here? Because Fields just practically, he was talking about like Burt living, he was working 20 years ago for Lumen before Severance was a thing and whatever, and Burt was like denying it, like nonsense, and whatever, even though it's I don't think it is nonsense. He's absolutely lying and putting up a face towards Irving, especially at the end of their scene when Irving just walks away and Burt gives the really, the switcheroo of the facial expressions as he goes from like smiling happy, like, I will see you later, Irving, like, we'll have more dinner soon, take care. And then he goes, like, what is that? What are you doing? What do you mean? Because look, like, Burt has been looking out for, towards Irving for quite a while, even before their encounter at the end of the first season. Whenever we see, when we see, because I remember Irving talking, on like the telephone, and there's like, somebody's like stalking him and whatever, and we don't know who that is, and it's been revealed that it is like, that it is Irving. Sorry, that it is Burt. I don't know, man. Burt feels like he's an op. He is an op. He is still working for Lumen right now. It's maybe one of the reasons why Lumen decides to, to retire Burt, even though technically, like they have reasons to do it because of his connection with Irving, but it's also like, yeah, we're gonna cut you from like the innie side of things, but you're still working for us on the outside. You gotta look out for these people as well. Kind of like the same way as Cobell is looking out for for Mark. In this scenario, Burt is looking out for Irving. Well, more so just not really looking out. That's more of kind of like a positive. There's a positive connotation to that. I would say more so, putting him under surveillance, because the talk about Burt having a partner, a Lumen partner, right? This is something that Fields talk about before Burt eventually goes, like, hey, can we stop talking about this? Here's my theory. The partner in question is actually Irving. And that would explain how Irving knows about like the secret black hallway that leads to the elevator that Gemma was in, like that whatever place that is, the evil corridor, let's just put it that way. Like, that's how he knows, because Irving also used to work for Lumen. He then knows that something is up with Lumen, something is wrong, and then Lumen says, nope, you are going against the company's interests. We are going to mind wipe you of this scenario. Possibly. And that's what... No. Scratch what I just said because it does not make sense. No. He works at Lumen. Irving works at Lumen. He probably was like one of the architects or whatever, one of the builders of like the severed floor, kind of tracks, like his age being older. He probably, that's why he's also not only does he know about like the hallway or whatever, but it's also because he knows that something is wrong. He knows that all of this is wrong, and he wants to go against it. He does not know how to go against it other than actually having, somebody on the inside, and that is himself, and that is the reason why he went on to the Severance project to begin with. That is my theory right now. So Irving is a former Lumen employee, not severed, a former Lumen employee who knows that the situation in Lumen is probably, he knows what is going on with Cold Harbor. He knows what is going on with, like their vision of providing severance to all, and claiming all of our lives. We become the company's asset and whatever. Like, he knows about all of that. And he's probably like in line, or he teams up with like Ragabi and whatever, like the people who knows about Severance, who wants to go against the company, but they don't know how to do it. But for Irving, the way to do it is to actually be on the inside. And so he applies himself to the severed, to the severance procedure. But no, wait a minute. If that's the case, then he would have remembered Bert. So that theory kind of collapses. Hold on. So either, okay, there is a chance that the partner that they were referring to, in regards to like Bert's, is not actually Irving. If it's not actually Irving, then the theory that I'm currently creating right now makes a lot more sense, because Irving knows about what is happening at Lumen, and then he undergoes the severance procedure to make sure he has his innie be there. And so he paints the black corridor multiple times every day, painting forever and ever and ever, in the hopes that it will eventually be like seared and locked into his memory to somehow subconsciously transcend Severance and affect Irving on the inside, which is exactly what happened, right? Innie Irving gets visions of like the black goo and paint and whatever, but still, it's like, that's not enough, right? The only reason why Innie Irving eventually understands and knows about it is he eventually, underwent like the overtime protocol or whatever it's called, right? And then he actually sees the paintings by himself with his own eyes. That, or I think I talked about this theory before, or Irving was severed before, and then he got re-severed again. Like he was in the Severance project, in the Severance like program or whatever, and then he gets severed for learning to fuck, no, wait, no, wait, no, some of that makes no sense at all. It's shit, man. Shit, man, this is tough. This is tough. I'm actually kind of struggling trying to make like, you know, in my theory crafting here. But Bert 100% is working for Lumen. I kind of feel like that is the case here because he knows. He knows he's lying to Irving in regards to like the 20 years having worked with Lumen and whatever. Like that makes no sense because, you know, the Severance project was, you know, it was like 12 years ago. Maybe you were one of the people who crafted the, you know, the Severance procedure to begin with. Maybe that's, you know, maybe. Anyways, gonna be stuck with like the Irving Burt theory crafting here for a while if I don't continue. Maybe I'll talk about it more in like the next episode once I, you know, have a more cohesive thought for like a couple of days. But man, this episode, the other thing that happened, Mark and Helly, holy shit. So this episode is a lot. This episode talks a lot about like kind of what I mentioned during like the opening ramble of this video, and that is like the transcendence of emotion and feeling, you know, beyond Severance. Like, we are focusing a lot on relationships, romantic relationships in this episode. You know, Bert and Irving, Dylan and his wife, and especially Mark and Helly. The Mark and Helly sex scene, like, first of all, it is nuts to think about that Mark is going along with this. Helly is also going. Does Helly know about Gemma? I kind of forgot. Because obviously, Mark speaks out about Gemma in the first episode, but we know that he wasn't talking to Helly, he was talking to Helena. I don't remember much about like the last episode. I don't remember if they talk about Gemma in the last episode. Maybe they did, maybe they don't. Regardless, I'm not going to be focusing on Helly in this situation because Helly in this situation is like, well, my first time with you got robbed. I want to do it again. You know, that's to me, that's pretty understandable. You know, like, no notes there. She wants to fuck Mark because her first time with him was taken away from her. She wants to do it, and she knows that Mark wants to do it because he already did it before, right? Mark, on the other hand, you're doing it knowing full well that you have a wife, and your wife is Gemma, and she is like somewhere in the depths of like the severed floor, you know, in the depths of like the Lumen headquarters and whatever. Like, we don't know, you know. As I mentioned, there is a level of detachment here. He's like, like in his mind, like I'm thinking about this, you know, like in his mind is like, I have a wife. I know my wife is alive. I know that's my real wife. But like, I'm not really married to her. I don't know who she is. I don't know who this Gemma is. I know Miss Casey. Miss Casey is not my wife. Gemma is my outie wife, but I'm not him. I'm my own person. I'm Innie Mark. I am my own individual person. And currently, I really love Helly. So fuck you, outie Mark. I'm gonna have sex with my coworker because I can, and that is what he feels is true in his heart. And I'm like, what is happening here? What is happening, not in a negative sense, but in like a positive, what does this mean for the future of this show? What does this mean for the future of these characters? As I mentioned again, in like the in my opening ramble, I think this moment right here kind of seals the deal for me that Mark will eventually choose Helly over Gemma. Even though by the end of this episode, reintegration is happening full swing, probably like in a perfect state. Obviously, we still have like, you know, like he still needs to what's the word? He still needs to be acclimated to this. Like he still needs to, calm down, let it all flood in and whatever, and take it all, which is very demanding for him right now to the point where he collapses. But like once this is over, and once Innie Mark and Outie Mark has merged into a singular Mark, which I think is gonna happen in the next episode. Like we're not gonna be following an Innie or an Outie Mark anymore. We're just gonna be following a Mark. When that happens, I feel like his Innie Mark's love for Helly is so strong that it will override the feeling of love for Gemma in this scenario. Because in the minds of Outie Mark, it's like he's halfway, halfway over with Gemma. Like he's halfway moving on. Because while he still has feelings for Gemma, he's also in the phase of like, well, I want to experience, love again. That's why he was dating other people in the past and whatnot. I'm forgetting her name. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Alexa, I believe. But like, he's already in that phase, right? He's already in like the next step of like moving on and whatnot. Grief. He's bargaining. He is in the stage of bargaining. But like again, once it all mixes together into one, I feel like he is going to choose Helly at the end of the day, and that is going to sting so much. I think that is what is going to happen. Like that again, like the final imagery of the opening says it all. He's gonna save Gemma, but he is choosing Helly at the end. I don't know how that is gonna play out. I don't know how that's gonna work between these three characters. But it's gonna be spicy, that's all I know. It's gonna be spicy. I haven't talked about Milchik as well. Milchik in this episode is on the sidelines in the back, but he had a stellar scene that I was not expecting. Him just talking to himself in the mirror, like paraphrasing here, but like he talks about like, like you must throw your childish whatever away and you must grow up. What was that? Because we also know like there is some form of connection between Milchik and Miss Huang. Maybe in like a co-worker situation or like a understanding. But he also talks about like this fellowship and whatever the name that he referred to. So I don't know. So something about him and Miss Huang and the fact that Miss Huang is a child and him telling himself to grow up and like what is your backstory, man? I want to know. I want to know about your backstory, Milchik. What is up with you? Because there's also like there's that shot where after he's like finishing, organizing the files and whatever, you see his hands shaking and whatever. He is not happy, that's for sure. He is not happy at all. Speaking of Miss Huang, just a little bit. I do remember once again like Miss Huang's very brief interaction with Irving in like the first episode, where Irving looks at Miss Huang and Miss Huang looks at Irving before going into the break room, and their stare down is a lot longer than everybody else's, which kind of adds like there's some significance between the two characters. And I'm kind of seeing like, okay, I feel like Miss Huang knows Irving. Irving, I feel like knows Miss Huang in another life. What does that have to do with any, what is it? What is the connection there with the stuff with Bert and whatever, like I need all of this stuff to be connected, man. It's like all of the ingredients are here. I just don't know what connects to what just yet. And we haven't seen Miss Cobell this episode. Like there's no Miss Cobell this episode. Like I need more Miss Cobell. Give it to me, man. It's been a while. She just left the show. She just said, "No, fuck you. I'm leaving. Bye-bye." And then she never came back. You know, like, come back to us, please. She has all of the answers. That's all I'm, like that. I feel like that's it. She has all of the answers that we need because obviously she knows more than, she knows more than all of our characters. She knows about Cold Harbor. She knows more about like Mark and Gemma. She knows a lot about like a lot of the other stuff that is happening on the 7th floor. We need her to spill the beans. I need Audi Mark to meet with Miss Cobell in whatever place that she is in right now. Talk your shit. Convince her to spill the beans. Give the plot exposition. Give me like the war and everything. Let it all play out. I need that. I need it. Oh. Yeah, I was about to comment. This was the school. I love the color palette. Ooh, the little like grain and the little dude. It's giving such a, I don't know, like a 70s 80s aesthetic. It's like an old film. Maybe they actually use film. I don't know.
Sorry, what do you got there?
Themes of religious conversion in Tolstoy's The Death of Ivan Ilyich.
Oh my God! Spoiler alert, please.
What about you?
What the fuck? Okay.
Drug use by enlisted soldiers during World War I.
No, stop.
History teacher, and she was like studying like Russian history and whatever, right?
Sorry,
They kind of.
who are you?
Gemma.
Oh my God.
Mark.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
You too.
I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared for this kind of episode. God. I'm taking a bit of a... I'm taken aback a little bit.
Your brother's reintegrating.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
It's what he wants.
What he wants is to know whether Gemma's alive
She
or
is.
A lot to take in. And obviously for Devin, she's just trying, to protect her brother. Whew. Give me the intro, please. I was not ready. I feel like this is the first time in a long while where I start an episode thinking I'm ready to experience the show, and then it kind of happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm not ready. I don't know, man. I was this close to just stopping the recording and just rewind it again. But man, okay. So what they're kind of insinuating there was that Gemma was also kind of thinking about the past as well, right? During that moment. I mean, both Mark and Gemma are kind of thinking about like the past, I guess, simultaneously at the same time. This is nuts. This is crazy though. We're seeing what is going on with Gemma, but it's in a very confined place though. So like we're not seeing the bigger picture here. We're just focusing on the little things.
If you were caught in a mudslide, would you be more afraid of suffocating or drowning?
Also,
Drowning.
she referred to her as Gemma and not Miss Casey in this moment. I just clocked that. Oh, the wig. I'm getting a bit of I don't know, Rei Ayanami vibes from Evangelion. Allentown? The fuck? Look at the design of this place, though. Loveland? What are these names? Wellington.
Ready?
Does she have like multiple different personalities for each room? Like that's how strict the secrecy is.
Could I please get a break? Just for a little while.
But it's been 6 weeks.
For her, it's just here. This is crazy! Nah, man, this is... I mean, I'm getting answers, but...
Have a seat.
These are not good answers, man. Okay. Oh my god, this poor woman, though. Now I'm scared of, like, what Loveland is.
How long was I in there?
2 hours.
Jesus, this is like a nightmare. Imagine your entire life just being in a dentist. That's a nightmare for me. She really is just like a lab experiment. Cold Harbor. Dude. This is nuts.
I need you back, me lady.
Oh.
Please come back.
Whoa. I love what they're doing with these flashback sequences. The way they're shot, the way they're color corrected and whatever. Like, it's so... I love this aesthetic, man.
That was fun last night.
It was.
Last night was fun indeed.
Last night you said you liked dance, so...
I said I like plants. I love farms.
Oh, good. So fucking lonely.
Oh, I'm not even here.
Oh, you're not here? Okay.
That was trippy, but I love the editing.
And, who's putting it together, Mr. Handyman? You?
I happen to be quite handy.
Did they ever talk about having a baby? Oh my god, the direction in this episode is phenomenal.
Exactly. Thank you.
You and I will ramble together someday. The two of us, it will be a grand adventure.
I feel like we spend a lot of time together.
Not enough.
Ah.
Okay.
Wait, no, this is sad. I don't remember them talking about having kids. Maybe they did and I just forgot about it. What a transition. Oh. It was. Okay. Oh, man. Okay.
You okay?
Whoa. Whoa.
Miss Casey.
I'm here to observe Heliar. I'm to watch her for signs of sadness.
The memories are melding.
Encourage her to forego further suicide.
What? So they're monitoring, okay. Each person assigned to a different, okay.
You like her. She's easy to like.
Who's that? Who the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm not prepared for this episode. This is a bit okay. Should have been more prepared. Who was that? Looking at the kid.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Oh. What?
It's the final step, and there's a kid just out there just waiting for us.
What if it doesn't work?
Turn around and bend over.
How many rooms did you visit today?
6.
And what happened in the rooms? You remember nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
There's only one room I haven't been to yet, and today it had a name on it.
Cold Harbor?
Cold Harbor.
Cold Harbor.
You will see the world again. And the world will see you.
Oh God.
So I'll see Mark?
This is insane. Like,
can you please just talk like a normal person?
Dude, like she knows she's here. Like she doesn't know how long it's been. Probably, right? That's the issue.
Is he okay?
He's stable. It was an isolated event. He's journeying now.
Journeying. I like the use of that term.
There isn't any cabin.
So maybe if we go to the cabin, we could talk to Izeni and he
They're
could...
two completely different things. This is how you get Gemma out.
Really? This? Because this looks like how you kill my brother.
You two are definitely related.
You got that right.
I could call her.
Who?
Harmony Cobell.
Why would you do that? She runs the severed floor.
Not anymore.
She was raised by them. She's a soldier.
It's a risk, I get that.
A risk?
Yeah?
She will turn you over to them. Both of us.
Yes. Yes. It's what I've asked for.
What are you... No, seriously, what are you doing?
Good luck.
You can't leave him like this. No, no, no. I can't do this without you.
Too high a risk. Like, I get it. I get it.
Chikai Bardo. I don't know. It looks like two guys fighting.
No, it's the same guy fighting himself, defeating his own psyche.
Wow.
Ego death.
How do you know it's the same guy?
Wow. Chikai Bardo. This episode has been phenomenal, by the way. All those photos. Drawings. What in the... What is happening? What room was that?
He's stuck at 96%.
The nosebleed set us back. Fakir. Why are you wearing that stupid sweater?
Why not?
Dear Mr. Tisdale, I cannot thank you enough for the thoughtful Christmas gift.
Was that the love room?
Come on now, sweetheart. It's the last one. It's actually a decrowd.
Who are you? I hate you. Oh, every day is Christmas, huh?
It's always Christmas.
I love you.
Ew. Making me wear this stupid fucking ring. This episode is wild. This is wild. I was not ready for this. Oh, it's the same song that played in the first season, right? I think. Pretty sure it is. Wow. Such an appropriate way to use the song right now.
I want to go home.
Your husband remarried last year.
Oh, fuck off.
And he has a daughter now.
She's not gonna believe it.
I don't believe you.
The death of Ivan Ilyich.
The
Let me guess. He dies at the end.
Holy sh! What are we doing? What is happening? Oh, that is scary.
Gemma!
Oh god. But even if she goes into the elevator, like, it'll still, you know, she's just gonna revert to Miss Casey. Oh my god, forever trapped. Cannot. This episode is insane!
Did you get the Denali thing I sent?
The no, I'll look at it.
Oh, is this the night?
Alright, well, I'll be back at like 10.
This is the night, isn't it? Of the car crash? Oh my god.
Miss Casey, your Audi came in for a public art exhibition and found herself in the wrong elevator.
Audi. This episode is one of the best episodes of the whole show. Is this how he finds out? He saw her body, right? Yeah. Oh my god, cutting these two back and forth. Oh. Oh my god, the show is peak. Incredible transition there. Oh, he is sweating. It was a long journey. That was one of, if not my favorite episode of the whole show. That was so well done. And did I see that right? This is directed by the DOP. Incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna sit on this one just for a little bit. I'm gonna rewatch this episode maybe like tomorrow, and then I'll do like my review, because this This was a lot. this was a lot. I wasn't expecting a big reveal right now in the 7th episode. That was cinema. What I will say right now, just as a little review before, what I will say now, this episode, one of the most beautifully shot episodes that I've seen in quite a long while. And I'm not just talking about like in Severance, I'm just talking about like in general. One of the most, yeah. Let me get rid of that. It's shot well. It's directed beautifully as well. Again, like this is directed by the cinematographer, by the DOP. This is like pretty sure this is like their first time directing in the show. Like it's not uncommon. Especially in a long show. Sometimes you'll get like actors directing the episode. Sometimes you'll get your cinematographers directing an episode. Like I've seen this happen in like Breaking Bad, and I've seen this happen in in other shows. But I'm pretty sure this is like the first time that I'm actually seeing their name in the director credit role. But beautifully done. Beautifully done. This was, again, not only one of the best shot episode of the whole show, maybe it is one of the best. It is actually the best shot show of the best shot episode of the whole show, but it's also like one of the best directed episode of the whole show. This was incredible. The use of whenever we cut back to like the flashbacks and all like the past, and we see like Gemma and Mark's relationship, and then we see how the whole image changes. Obviously, like I feel like they shot this on, I don't know what camera they used to shot the those sequences, but whatever camera they did, or whatever camera they used, or whatever post processing that they added on top of that, like I don't know if like the scratches and all are like added digitally on like post production, or if it's actually again, like I don't know, but I feel like it's genuinely that they shot using an actual cam, like a like an old camera and whatever. It's beautifully done. It's beautifully done. It's beautifully shot. I love the change in like the tone and in the color scheme and everything. It has that soft, almost I don't want to say vintage, but kind of, it has that like softer color palette, which kind of adds more to the to the dreamlike state of those scenes and all. Some incredible transitions as well, some incredible shot compositions as always. I'm just kind of glazing the whole cinematography of this episode at this point. And then there's the whole Gemma reveal of where she is. She is very much active and aware of her situation. She still remembers Mark, but she's going through all of these like situations like that. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much for me to talk about right now. Again, like I was not ready for this episode to go down that route. Truly, it's God. It's a very cold harbor. Where are we? Miss Cobell. It's been a minute. Salt's Neck. Oh, the leitmotif? The, what is it, like the Kier theme or whatever? This looks damn good in 4K. No intro. Oh.
Oh, that's kind of you.
Mouse.
Thank you.
This town has seen better days. You know what? I'm kind of glad that we are getting a Harmony Cobell-centric episode. If we are going to be staying with her throughout the rest of this episode, because, you know, she's been missing for quite a while.
Harmony Cobell. Well, flip my toboggan.
You want coffee?
Fine, then buy me a coffee.
Do they know each other? Is there history between them? Or history between...
The town is older than I remember.
There you go. Answered my question. Was gonna say history between Cobell and the town in general.
Meet me at the factory.
Get up. Close up for me.
Starting to feel like Cold Harbor is a name that Cobell gave the project that she was on in reference to this. Like, this is her home? Her hometown, at least? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting at. Ooh. Lumen Factory. It's the logo at the very least.
You know how fucked it is to ask me to come here.
I need you to drive me to Sissy's. If they're watching the house, they'll recognize my car.
Sure.
How much trouble are you in?
A lot of trouble. Whole heap of trouble.
We were once chums. Old colleagues lift each other up.
Colleagues. Child fucking labor.
Ah. She's hiding in the back. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, nice little place there. Oh, man. The landscapes and the shots that they use are beautiful as always.
You are not welcome here.
You gave him his thirst for it.
You got liar's mouth.
Her old room? I saw the age and height, you know, markings on the wall there. Yeah. Celestine Sissy Cobell.
What have you done with my things?
Sold to the poor.
They weren't yours to sell.
Sister?
Has anyone been here?
A Mr. Drummond.
Hmm.
That room stays shut until all who remember her sit with Kier. You know this.
Give me the key.
No, it is you who cursed this house with woe. She said nothing after you pulled the tube from her gullet.
If only she had been a believer. Perhaps she would have found solace in the 9.
If only she was a believer.
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Your studies were more important. And the Wintertide Fellowship. Even at the factory. No apprentice was more industrious than you. Return and plead forgiveness, child. The Egans will grant it. All you will find in there is pain.
The Egan Shrine. You must be cut in what? I saw a glimpse of what that card said behind the Egan photo.
I found it!
There's the photo that we saw before. Okay. Man, she is such a broken character right now. Love this transition. Oh, wow. This is just sad. Her crying sounds like, I don't know, like whale noises? If that makes any sense.
I liked her. She hated Lumen more than I did, so I needed to know.
Hmm.
You want to get high?
Wasn't sure where this conversation was going, but everybody in this town seems to be addicted to. Addicted to this stuff. It's a problem. It's like the whole town is filled with regret and pain. So the townsfolk are just trying to find ways to forget about it. Theme of the show. Oh. I'm playing this in 4K and I have HDR on and it looks superb. It looks incredible. The problem with this new display is because it's a glossy screen. Dark scenes like this, I'm just looking at myself. I'm just looking at my reflection. Wow, look at that. Old school photos.
Mine! My designs! Circuit blueprint, base code, overtime contingency, Glasgow block, all of it!
Wow.
James Egan was the inventor.
So I've heard.
So he stole her plans, including the Severance project, I assume? Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Don't throw it in the fire, please.
That if I sought credit, I would be banished.
Nope! Nope! Shit!
It was her hand that removed the tube, not mine.
No!
Your mother was a coward.
I don't believe you!
I tried to help you grow. But now I see. You are a weed, just as she was.
Oh.
Hey! Someone's coming!
Oh shit. Better move.
Mrs. Silva, oh, thank fuck. I've been trying to reach you.
Yes, I'm aware.
So listen, Mark has been reintegrating?
We're a copy.
Yeah.
And she hasn't killed him yet.
Oh, yes.
Put him on.
This upbeat music, though.
Tell me everything.
That's it? Wait, how long has this been? Oh, this was short. 35 minutes? This was short. Huh. I don't know, I was kind of expecting a longer episode, I guess. I mean, usually we last for like 40 plus 40 plus minutes, right? 50 minutes usually. You know what? I don't know what to make of this episode. um, it was fine. I mean, the cinematography is always great as usual. Uh, I don't know. I think it's cool that we have a Cobell centric episode, and I I love the twist at the end, the revelation of this whole time. A lot of the stuff that Lumen has been quote unquote pioneering is actually Cobell's own inventions. Um, it's I mean, it's a pretty classic tale of, you know, big companies stealing ideas from the little ones, like taking credit and such. Um, Everything else, I actually have I don't know what to say. Cobell has a sister. I think that was her sister. Um, Pretty sure that was her sister because they keep referring to their mother. Uh, the whole town, the whole town. What was it like? Salty Neck or whatever it's called. Um, yeah, I get the impression that this town, this hometown, is the source of inspiration for Cold Harbor, or at least the name Cold Harbor, right? Cobell's, crowning achievement, if you will. I now understand why she wants to. I understand why she wants to stay in that program a lot, considering her backstory that has been revealed here, I guess. But at the same time, a lot of the questions that I'm about to have will obviously be answered eventually, so I'm not even gonna question it. I'm just more so I just want to talk about like this episode. I like this episode. I also think this might be my least favorite episode of the whole series thus far. Not because it's bad, but more so that every other episode is filled to the brim with so much interesting and fascinating topics and just overall execution of ideas. Whereas this episode, I feel like the whole point of this episode, again, while I am grateful that we have a Cobell centric episode, but the whole point of this episode is just to lead to that plot twist at the very end. And I feel like while the plot twist is rewarding, the journey to that plot twist in this episode, not so much. Again, not saying that this is a bad episode, because I do think that this is a pretty solid episode nonetheless, but compared to everything else that is a 9 or a 10 out of 10 episode, this is like a solid 7 out of 10 episode for me. Also, not to mention that we went from probably one of the best episodes of the whole series with the previous episode, which I have not fully discussed yet. But yeah, I mean that previous episode was incredible. It was phenomenal. One of the best looking episode of the whole series. It's shot beautifully. The cinematographer is the director at the same time, and I find their direction to be phenomenal. It is incredible. It is beautiful. It is filled to the brim again with so much new revelation and so much I would say narrative plot points. We got like the flashback between not Emma, Gemma and Mark, and then like we see where she is right now. Like there's like a whole lot of stuff happened in the previous episode, and it was all done beautifully, and it was um it was paced perfectly from beginning to end. Whereas this episode, again, it's all right. It's all right, I guess. I'm not hating on it. I just feel like there's a, I don't know. Maybe it's because it is so Harmony Cobell centric, which is kind of what I wanted, but at the same time, because it is predominantly Harmony Cobell, I am missing every other character and their presence here. Because what makes the previous episodes work so much for me is the back and forth between like of the perspectives between characters. That's always been fun. Now that we're only following Miss Cobell this entire time, it felt lacking in some degree. Not that it is a bad thing. Again, I'm just saying compared to everything else, this is probably one of the weaker episodes of Severance. And I have been so positive about this show this entire time. Like, I've been watching this show for how many months right now? Maybe over a year. I don't remember. But every episode, I don't think there has ever been a point where I fully criticized the episode at all. It's always been a glowing review for me. It's always been like, this is incredible. This is phenomenal. This is the only time where I feel like there's a little bit of, I don't know, man. But again, to stress it out once again, I don't think this is a bad episode. I just feel like compared to everything else that the show has produced, this is, I feel like this could have been shorter. This is already pretty short. It's like 35 minutes compared to the usual 45 plus minutes of runtime. This is already pretty short, and I feel like this could have been shorter for what this episode is trying to do. That's just me. Also, having seen Pluribus now, where predominantly I'm only following a single character throughout the entire season, comparing it to this, yeah, I'm just, yeah. I hate that this entire section of the video is kind of me, being a bit negative, even though once again I'm trying to stress out that I don't think this is a bad episode. I just think that this, yeah. Aside from that, I do feel like the revelation is pretty cool. The I guess the subtle hints of like Cold Harbor in the setting and of this episode is very, not really subtle at all. I take back what I said. It's not really subtle at all. It's very obvious. There's some childhood trauma that Cobell has experienced in this place. It does make me curious on like her. Well, I mean, to be fair, she was. I would say that she was kind of brainwashed into the whole Kier, into the whole Egan stuff and whatever. Probably the reason why she wanted to stay in the Severance project and whatever. It's only now, right? As I kind of mentioned previously, it's only when the company fully betrays her. Everything she's done, everything she did, and then the company is like, "Yeah, we're gonna fire you. Goodbye, Miss Harmony." That is the tipping point. Because now, learning that all of the stuff that Lumen prides itself mostly came from Cobell's ideas and invention, it makes sense why she crashed out. It makes sense why she is now fully pissed on Lumen, right? As how I would mention it in my previous discussions, right? It's like when the religion that you followed this whole time suddenly betrays you, you know, like you put all of your faith in it, and now your faith betrays you. So now you feel this level of hatred, right? This level of betrayal that is far more than the average betrayal, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not thinking straight. It's 4 a.m. I need to get some sleep. Yeah. Severance. Ladies and gents, we are 2 episodes left. I really wish that I could just continue watching the last 2 episodes right now. And that was kind of the plan, but I kind of pushed back on like the schedule a little bit. So now here I am, 4 a.m., staring at my TV, contemplating if I want to continue watching this or go to bed. And I kind of want to go to bed. The bed's right behind me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you all hopefully very, very soon. I'll watch the next 2 episodes tomorrow, upload it as soon as I can over on the Patreon. I will see you all there and also on YouTube. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.